Hello, beautiful souls. How are you feeling? It's a really powerful moment in humanity right now. The polarization is very evident and very extreme. We are in a time where we are being shown that living in a divisive way with a divisive consciousness is either going to destroy us as a collective, or we can use it to bring us into unification, into unity. I just gave the October Quantum Healing webinar, Cultivating Compassion for Humanity. Thank you to everyone who donated. The living recording is downloading right now, and I will be emailing it out as soon as it's done. And thank you to everybody who was live with me and for your participation. You can still donate to receive the living recording. Just go to my website in the description box below and send me a DM that you want to donate to the webinar, and I'll send you the donation link. Donating is really easy. There's no set price. There's no set amount. Just donate for an equal energetic exchange. And then I'll send you the living recording after I get your donation. We discussed, and it was such a good discussion, how we find compassion, how we cultivate it for ourselves, for our self-judgment, our own shadow self, so that we can then extend that compassion to others. Especially, how do you find and practice compassion for those that trigger you, for your hardest but greatest teachers in your life, those that you have the most difficulty with, tensions with, especially if there are people in the public arena, like our politicians, world leaders, the top 1% of the pyramid that are holding the energy over everyone, holding the dominance over everyone. How do we cultivate compassion for them? They're us, we're them. There is no difference other than their perspective and their behavior, and our perspective and our behavior, your perspective and your behavior. That's the only difference. How do you open your heart gateway? It is an actual energetic gateway, and it will create physical changes in your body, which results in actual changes in your life. How do you do that? We do it in the webinar. So very powerful. Something that, before I get to that, let me share with you the light language sigils. I always channel, usually the morning of or the night before the monthly webinar, a light language sigil activation to help you to expand your consciousness and to awaken dormant crystalline DNA that science calls junk DNA. But it's very real, and it is activating, and it does bring us into the heart gateway and into sovereignty and accepting our diversity, but realizing that we are literally one heart. We are one heart. It's not a concept, it is a reality. And the light language sigils I share at the beginning of every monthly webinar, and I always give a gratitude to open up my field to receive the light language and channel it. So my gratitude for today's webinar is for compassion for humanity. So here is the light language that's written. This actually came to me 3 days ago, which has never happened. It came in very clearly. I first saw this, and then the languaging above. It's predominantly from the ninth dimensional Pleiadian collective. They are so supportive. They want us to get this for ourselves. They are really amazing assistants for us to learn to love ourselves and to have the compassion for ourselves that we need. Ala aso akala kukwe sha'om. This is not a literal translation because light language is not for the left brain. It's sources language. It's about a frequency. But this is in English, the frequency of what I heard. Accept what is, what's happening right now. Be open to receive what is collapsing into the collective field. New Earth grid templates are here and being collapsed into the field. All flows from source as source compassion. Look at it closely and breathe. And do your best not to try to analyze it or really think about it, just looking at it. If you are on the path of higher consciousness and spiritual awakening, you most likely would be if you're watching my channel and following me on Instagram or looking at my content. This time that we're in now of chaos, all the old systems that are keeping us looping, that are breaking apart, we are here for this time right now. We are here to experience within our own bodies, because our DNA is encoded with 20 generations of ancestral wounding. We are here to experience it in our physical body, experience it emotionally and mentally, in our biofield, the electromagnetic field around us. We're here to experience all of it so that we can heal it. And the healing happens in a higher density. The third density is to experience our shadow selves. The fourth density is for the realization of that, the observation of it. And the fifth density is where the healing happens. We're here to bring the fifth density into the physical. It's a very powerful time. It's challenging, that's for sure. It's very challenging to be here, but we're here for it. And it's exciting as well. It's very exciting. Something that I wanted to share that I have noticed in the spiritual community for many years, but it's really become very obvious, is the division in the spiritual community, especially through social media. There is this huge division of those people who are on a path of higher consciousness that are practicing spiritual dissidence, spiritual bypassing, and avoiding their pain by spiritually bypassing, pretending that the governments are below them, beneath them, what's going on a local level, the federal level, the state level, the global level is not what they're here for. I myself have done this in the past, and this is something that I have really become very aware of. And this is something I'm seeing very strongly, is the people in the spiritual community who don't want to take physical action, who would rather, they think that just sitting and meditating is going to make a change. Meditating is essential. I meditate every day. But we are here in the third density to be physical. And we are also here to take physical action to make these changes through peace, through the heart gateway, through compassion. There was, and this is on Sunday, the 19th that I'm recording this, Yesterday, Saturday, October 18th, was the No Kings March movement and protest that happened globally. And I watched a lot of it right before I was going to go to work. And it was very powerful. After it happened in my area, and it was a really great turnout, and I really support them for it. I feel like so many people need to get off the screen, stop ordering home delivery, stop ordering Amazon, and get out there and get back to people and get back to grassroots movement of coming together physically and practicing sovereignty and practicing compassion. And the comments on some of the social media, some of the leaders in the spiritual movement on social media, either judging people for marching and protesting, or B, spiritually bypassing altogether. And I observed it. I felt sad about it. And what it's doing for me is that it's really pushing me to stand out and take more action on being a strong voice for living from your heart. It's something that I practice every day, is living from my heart and living from compassion. Have I mastered it? No, I haven't. But talking with other people physically and talking with other people online, I seem to be practicing this so much more than most people are. And that's why I have such a passion. That's why you're seeing most of my content now, especially from this year in 2025, is about compassion and empathy and understanding, understanding, and overstanding. All three of those have their place. If we want to see a different world, if we want to, and I do, and I have a feeling you do too if you're watching this, if we want to see a world where all voices are heard and valid, and we are experiencing a physical change where we are financially supported, we're supported with abundance, we come back together in community. Everybody can talk about how they want to have community and grow their own food, but what kind of action are you actually taking to do that? We all have this blueprint template that's been put into our biofield and into our DNA to create community and actually get back to physically living in conscious sovereign community and taking care of our physical needs, building our own structures, growing our own food, making our own clothing, all of that. I've talked with thousands of people throughout at least almost 30 years. No, I think it's been about 30 years. It's been since 1995. I myself have had this, and I have had multiple attempts at getting together with communities. And I do grow a little bit of my food myself, where, we want to do this, but what kind of action are you taking to do this? Are you still talking about it, but going along with everybody else and buying on Amazon, and you're still watching Netflix, and if you really want to do it, now is the time to make these physical changes that needs to be made in order to make the big positive changes in your local community, in your regional community, and globally. And again, this is what we came here for, is this. So I wanted to share that. I feel like I've channeled a lot of light language today. I feel like there's some tonal coming through. There is. The ninth dimensional Pleiadian collective are beautifully present right now. Take a couple deep breaths. Let's take 3 breaths. Sit up tall and open up your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Shutru shukadiya ara shutru kayanya rati shitriya. O shukuru o shutri enya atara ku ukore ya shatri itira kera ya shatriya. Akara atsuturu o shutra akahanya atara iti shitri akia shitri akia. Sata ete shitri etikia. O jotoro o shukeri e shatara ikara anaria aro o ya e. A shutara ukoya enyara e shatara akara a. O sho ota ote he shekeri e nya ara uko ora ota naria yara. Onno jotoro uku yotoro ukuru ijitri yoto yo inyara nere ara ako ya. Oh, jotarianare ayayandi. Oh, jotoro o jotari e kikiara a. Take a deep breath. Now, light language transmissions and activations are really powerful, and I always recommend, and the guides always recommend, that you drink healthy, clean, living, structured water after receiving the activation and then listening to the activation several times a day for a while. And you'll know how much and how long. That will help you to expand your consciousness, and everybody has light language. This will also help to activate your light language. It's the language of source, source's language. It's all about higher frequencies. So I feel like that's it for now. I still have session openings, a few for the end of October for Beyond Quantum Healing, BQH, and for my energy healing sessions online. I will be announcing November's webinar. I don't know what it is yet, at the beginning of November through my newsletter first. So if you've not signed up for my newsletter, it's free and I only send it out once a month. Go to my website, it's in the description below, and sign up for that so that you can find out about the webinars first, and then you can find out more about what's going on with my work, and you can then receive your own quantum healing. Quantum healing is the most powerful healing umbrella that I know of that encompasses all of these different alternative healing modalities. And again, it's all about frequency. What frequency are you resonating at? If it's a heart-based higher frequency of self-love and self-joy, then that extends out to everyone outward into the human collective field, and it makes a huge impact. But it's something that you have to practice daily. It has to be a conscious, daily way of life. Thank you so much for tuning into this. I appreciate you so much, and I love you. May you have a wonderful moment wherever you're at in the world.